From a giant polar fleece to uniquely made in BC, we're taking local to a whole new level today on The Express. On today's show, there's an amazing energy standing inside the sweater. SweaterLodge Unlatched at the Museum of Vancouver.
It was intended to function as a sacred space.
The dog is happy. I mean, some of these products truly are life changers.
The unique Vancouver business, Dog Quality. Surrey celebrity portrait artist Dave Benning.
You see a celebrity so many times that you just got it ingrained in your head.
Forward left.
Coquitlam's hot salsa dance zone.
I think it's a great thing to do.
See that and more, local expression.
We only live once, so why not?
Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna at the Museum of Vancouver. Today's show features people who are going outside the box with their ideas. With the exhibit SweaterLodge Unlatched here at the museum, and with our first good karma story that's improving the quality of life for man's best friend.
Big dogs love their walks, and 6-year-old Hank is no exception. But Hank's walks were in jeopardy last year.
Around a year ago, Hank started having a problem with walking. That normally he could walk for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, and all of a sudden he didn't want to go past 20 minutes. He really couldn't even jump up into the back of the truck.
That's when they contacted Anne-Marie of Dog Quality.
Dog Quality basically is about improving the quality of life for older dogs. And we do that through products, and we do it through sharing information that is helpful for senior dog care.
Sit.
And even though Hank's not a senior, Anne-Marie was able to help with Hank's early onset arthritis. Hank now uses a ramp to get in and out of the truck.
We've used the ramp, and it's just a godsend because he just walks up the ramp, plops into the back of the truck. You fold it up, you put it in and attach it in the truck, and away you go.
We have everything to help with mobility issues, things like dog wheelchairs, dog strollers, ramps, steps, that sort of thing. We also help with incontinence, so lots of different types of dog diapers, diaper pads, and that sort of thing.
Yes, doggy diapers.
For many, peace of mind comes with using a doggy diaper. And when we were exploring the world of this, we realized that what was out on the market just was subpar. It wasn't going to do the job, and it wasn't really going to make that difference we were looking for. So we wanted to do something that was eco-friendly, something people could reuse, it could be affordable so they could save money, and something that was absorbent and actually did what they needed it to do. So the washable wonders are reusable, washable, eco-friendly dog diapers.
Another product developed by Anne-Marie is the Dogger, a doggy jogger, something that Linda uses for 13-and-a-half-year-old Chelsea.
When we go for long walks, like if we go to Whistler and we're out all afternoon, after like about 2 hours, she probably can't walk anymore. So we can put her in here. Her back legs get tired. And she has trouble with stairs. So this is great for her, and we just love it. When you've got a buggy, it's hard to get around tables, things like that. This one just turns on a dime. It's just great.
That's probably the best feeling of this business. It's that moment when the light bulb goes off and they think, oh my God, I have options. Because for many, they just don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do. They can't bear to see their dog struggling. They find out about the products, and they're so happy and grateful. The dog is happy. I mean, some of these products truly are life changers.
I'm Erin Shaw in Delta for The Express.
The website is dogquality.com. It carries products for your aging dog and also fun accessories, like, who knows, maybe a bright orange fleece sweater. Today on The Express, we're at the Museum of Vancouver for their new exhibit, SweaterLodge Unlatched. It's part art, part architecture, and a commentary that's all Vancouver.
What we wanted to do was create something that was a very readable emblem of Vancouver, and just enlarge it, in this case enlarged 18 times, and just treat it as architecture to see what would happen. SweaterLodge is actually a sweater. It's a very large polar fleece sweater, enlarged 18 times, so it becomes a soft lodge that you go into or under. Because we were working with fabric, it's kind of unpredictable and very difficult to model digitally, so it's much easier to make a physical model. We've been working with this model for months, and then very late in the design process we decided to include it in the exhibition and cut a little hole in it so kids could actually look into it.
So cool. And it really brings it home though, because the sweater itself is so giant. Here you really get a sense of that.
Yes.
You know, and how small we seem in comparison.
It's meant to be a bit of a comment, a little bit of a pun about our very big love of the outdoors and our big love of consuming and, ironically, our big love of recycling. Approximately 2,500 2-liter pop bottles went into making the sweater.
So I can't decide if looking at the water bottles I'm supposed to think stop using plastic bottles, or I'm supposed to think recycle plastic bottles, or what's the idea behind it?
I think it's meant as a representation to really think about what that means. You know, that many bottles goes into that much fleece. It's really a lot of stuff. The way that we have them stacked up here too, it's sort of doing double duty. You walk past a wall that's filled with water, so it's sort of like an ablution that would be part of many sacred rituals around the world.
There's an amazing energy standing inside the sweater.
Yes, yeah, and it's quite contemplative. It was intended to function as a sacred space.
After the exhibition's run here at the Museum of Vancouver, all of the bottled beverages will be donated to the food bank. There's also an interactive component, and later we'll see how you and your creativity can be part of the showing. Right now on The Express, we've got creativity and celebrity with Surrey portrait artist Dave Benning.
Dave Benning has been painting since he was a child.
Early on, yeah, I mean, I can't paint a landscape to save my life. Yeah, it's true, but I can paint faces, and just kind of lucky. It's one of those things where it's either one or the other for me. John Lennon, working class hero, really difficult one to do just because of the scale of it.
Yeah.
It took a while to do it, to get it all measured out. Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic.
I think the resale of your house just went up.
Funny story, actually, I had someone come down and they came into my studio for the first time and they looked across and they were like, wow, and they said Harry Potter.
Oh, right, because his glasses.
Yeah, and I was like,
oh,
I like to try and get I always say I like to try and capture a soul with a portrait. You have to be able to look at the eyes and something has to come out of you. If you don't get the soul, then it makes the painting very flat.
A self-proclaimed classic rock guy, Dave's portrait subjects are often his idols.
The Beatles, I've painted them quite a few times. I'm a big John Lennon fan. Jimi Hendrix, huge Jimi Hendrix fan. I've probably painted Jimi Hendrix more than anyone else. When I'm painting, I stick my headphones on. If I'm painting the Beatles, I'll listen to the Beatles. If I'm painting Jimi Hendrix, I'll listen to Jimi Hendrix.
And he's had the opportunity to meet a few of his subjects as well.
Alice Cooper, who actually signed the painting for me. Gene Simmons, who I met in Arizona, he signed the painting for me too. He's, yeah, quite the character, a very, very nice guy. I said, Gene, can you sign it then? And he says, I can't sign this. And I'm like, oh, why not? And he goes, how am I going to get paid when you sell it? So I said, personalise it then. So yeah, he put the "to Dave" on it and he said, that's cool. I mean, the ultimate gratification for me is to do a painting of Gene Simmons, have Gene Simmons see it, like it, and endorse it. It gives me credibility as an artist, you know, to say, hey, I've done these things for these people and I've met these people.
This UK-born Surrey resident feels at home in front of an easel. In fact, his studio is home.
Yes, here at home, yeah, in my basement, yes. Not much light, very dark, like a little dungeon, but I love it. It's my little escape. I've got enough room in there to keep my canvas, keep my paints, and yeah, it's a fun little place to hang out.
Kessler centers, Burrow scores!
He's now in the process of painting a local sports star, Alex Burrows.
When you see a celebrity so many times, you just got it ingrained in your head, like an iconic image or something. You can get away with a lot more. You can be a bit more creative with it. I just find it's I just find it's really interesting that you know, especially musicians. I mean, they're artists too, so I kind of enjoy that connection.
Dave's connection with his subjects translated onto canvas is a real piece of work.
I just think it's almost like they're just interesting characters.
In Surrey, I'm Melanie Pineda for The Express.
You don't have to be a celebrity to have Dave paint your portrait. You can get details at his website, davebenning.com. Now you're watching The Express, and you know what? We're painting our own portrait of West Coast lifestyle coming up. After the break, Coquitlam's hot salsa dance zone.
Forward left, feet together.
We're learning about the many things you can do with polar fleece. SweaterLodge Unlatched at the Museum of Vancouver. I love this here, and this is your partner.